Hi, Brandy. This is Pam Six, Brad and Braden's English teacher. I just thought it'd be easier to show you what I'm seeing on my end, so then that way you would know exactly why they got the comments and the grade that they received. Okay, so for the outline, so my comment said, this is not an outline, please submit only the outline to the Dropbox. So if we look at his submission, if we open that up, he actually did not fill out the outline. He just posted his paragraph at the top. So if you see here, he did a paragraph. So this is not an outline. The outline is below. So all of these are blank. So he unfortunately did not fill out the outline. And the outline is actually used to help them write their essay, that they would need to write it well and how it's supposed to be turned in. So this isn't this isn't complete, so obviously he received no points for it because he just turned in a paragraph and he didn't fill out the outline. I believe that Braden did the same thing. So they both, that's why they both received zeros on the outline portion of it. So this actually has to be filled out for them to get credit. And once they fill this out, that's actually going to change the grade for their assignment because it's going to um, give them more ideas and have them write their paragraph the way that it's supposed to be written because they're actually missing a lot of things in their paragraph. And I'm going to take you over and show you the rubric for the paragraph and what they're being graded on. And then we'll kind of go back and you'll be able to see exactly why they earned that grade. So I believe that Brad did not hand in anything, but Braden did. So I'll show you this really quick. So here's the paragraph, right? So the other assignment was the outline. This is the paragraph. So that paragraph that was on the other Dropbox for the outline should have been posted here, and it was not. There's nothing here. This is it. So he did not post anything to this Dropbox. So that's why I posted you submitted a blank or random assignment. And then if you want to talk to me, then we can obviously, you can resubmit or whatever. But I would definitely recommend that before they resubmit to me, that they are rewriting the paragraph. And I'm going to go really quick and show you why they got the grade they did for the paragraph. So I'm going to pause so I can pull up Braden's stuff real fast. All right, so now we're in Braden's gradebook. And so his was the same. So if you look at his outline, he did the same thing. He submitted that paragraph up at the top, but he did not fill out the outline. So his paragraph is here, no outline filled out. So all he has to do, and Brad both, they just need to fill out this outline. And some of what's written up here can help him do that for sure. He's able to do that. So the paragraph itself, so the reason that Braden got a little bit of credit and Brad didn't is because he actually turned in something here where Brad didn't do that. So if you look at the assignment, he put the paragraph down here. So that's why he got some points for that. Brad did not turn in the paragraph, so that's why he didn't get any. So what I want to show you is the rubric. So for this assignment, what they have to do is they're being graded on very specific things, which we actually wrote the outline together in class in a class connect. We went over the essay. We worked on the essay together in Class Connect. So if you're not in Class Connect with me, I highly recommend that they start coming. And if they're there, absolutely paying attention and working with me and the other students because we're doing much of what they're missing in class together. So it's a big help for them. If they're there, that's great, but they have to pay attention and participate. Otherwise, it's kind of useless. So as they're going through, and we're looking at the assignment requirements. So the paragraph has to have, this is the first thing it has to have, and we cover this in depth in class, and we've actually done a few of these paragraphs now, so they should kind of be second nature for them. So the first paragraph or the first thing is it includes a hook, an introduction. It has to include the author's name, body, and then it also has to have a conclusion. So if we pull this over and we look, so you have Lou Gehrig wrote his farewell speech using rhetorical devices. So there's no hook here. So he's jumping right into the meat of it. So he's missing his hook. So that means that automatically puts him over in this box. Okay. Then he's also not wrapping his thesis, which is using rhetorical devices, down in his conclusion. So that bumps him over to another box. So that's why he ended up getting this box for his conclusion over here. So he's missing the hook and the conclusion, which the conclusion has to wrap back to the intro or the thesis. So he's missing that. So he did not use any quotes. So for this assignment, they were required to pull 2 quotes from the actual speech and talk about the rhetorical devices he used. And so there's an example we talked about in class where he uses a lot of repetition. It's called anaphora. And there's also epistrophe, which those are examples of repetition. So if he would have said, Gehrig uses epistrophe, or he uses anaphora, and then he pulls the quote of what that is, and then he discusses that a little bit more, that's going to fill this box right here. That's going to fill this quote box and to fill the reflection box. So because he had no quotes, he's attempting to reflect, but he's really not reflecting over a quote. So that's why he got the grade here, and that's why he had the attempted to reflect there. Grammar and mechanics, he didn't have very many mistakes there. He just had 1 or 2, so that was fine. And then MLA, there's a format when they submit the assignment. It's very simple. They have to have their name, date, class, my name. They have to have a title, and then this all has to be double spaced. It's simply formatting. If they follow the formatting of what needs to be turned in, they get all the points for the MLA format right there. So those simply are like the easiest points to get is this MLA, because you just have to write like the heading, a title, and then double space this. And he would have gotten all the points for that. So that's why his grade is what it is. So for him to fix this, and this is the same with Brad, because Brad actually has the paragraph, he just didn't turn it in to the right Dropbox. So when they go back to resubmit this, this is what I would highly suggest that they need to, Braden needs to have an intro, and then he needs to wrap his conclusion back to talking about rhetorical devices. That would give him full credit here. He needs, oh, sorry, that's grammar mechanics. That would give him full credit here. Then he needs to add 2 quotes talking about rhetoric, so about rhetorical devices. So that can be similes, metaphor, repetition. It could be any of the things that we talked about in class. And there was an assignment that we used specifically for this. And it was a rhetoric assignment that I think it was in Unit 5, Week 2, that supposedly a lot of the students were supposed to use that would have helped them with this. So I would recommend he go back and look at that, and that would really help him. So then once he pulls the quotes in, then he's just going to talk about each of those quotes. He's going to kind of give not his opinion, but it's kind of his opinion without saying I think or I believe, because you're not allowed to use first person. They need to always use third person. So he's going to kind of reflect on those quotes. So that's going to give him points there. And then grammar and everything, he's fine. And then he just needs to follow that MLA format. So that's kind of where we're at. I am more than willing to help them. They come into a help session. I've done that with several students. So if you have any questions, I know this is a little on the lengthy side and I'm trying to talk fast. Let me know, but I just wanted to show you because that's going to give you a good visual, and them a good visual too, of why their grade is where it is. So if you have any questions, let me know. I would have them fill those outlines out. Those outlines are going to help them rewrite this because it's going to force them to pull that quote. It's going to force them to write a reflection. It's going to force them to have a hook. Make sure that they have everything that they need. Plus, then they'll get the 10 points for the outline. And then once they submit the new paragraph, then they'll get more points for the paragraph. So if you have questions, let me know.